Compagnie. Vive la, vive la, oh, vive l'amore. I didn't do my vocalises.
Go for it.
Vive la, vive la, vive l'amore, vive l'amore, vive l'amore, vive la compagnie. Vive la compagnie. Vive la compagnie.
Yay.
No, I wasn't ready for that.
But
I wasn't ready for that. I didn't, you know.
Didn't get your
I
diaphragm?
lost my support. That falls of flower grace. I believe that somewhere in the darkest night a candle glows. I believe for everyone who goes astray, someone will come to show. I believe above the storm, the smallest prayer will still be heard. I believe that someone in the grave somewhere hears every word. Every time I hear a newborn baby cry, or touch a leaf, or see the sky, then I know I believe.
All right. That is fantastic.
Oh,
How did that one feel?
huh?
How did that one feel?
It was a little better, but I'm not warmed up. I mean, I haven't done my vocalises, and my support isn't working as good as it used to. COPD, but and nice when I sing, that helps build that support up a little bit. Maybe someday, maybe I'll get back to where I was at one time.
Boy, you're in a pretty good place right now, I'd say.
I started over again. Vocalises, you know.
yeah, it's vocalizing.
Get the vocal cords working right.
La 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 la.
Just sort of loosen things up
Yeah.
a bit. And
Yeah, well, you train. That's why it took so many years to learn to get to the higher range. You can stand, everybody's in the speaking range. But to sing, and you want to get to the top range and a lower range, it takes vocalises so that they don't know what to do unless they've been trained. So it's a matter of training, just like a football player or a basketball player or a runner. If you want to sing and sing the way they used to sing in the golden age of music, you have to train for it. And you got to make up your mind you're going to spend a year or year and a half
Or
however long it takes
yeah.
till you arrive at the point that you'd like to be. And I was just approaching that point when everything fell apart, you know. And I guess I am an emotional person. I was crushed when I lost.
But that
my
same
family.
emotion is what probably allows you to sing like that too.
Well, I'm sure without it, I mean, what would be the motive? For me, it's an expression of what I feel. Well, that's it.
You know, everybody has something in their life that just gives them immense joy, internal joy. That regardless of what's going on around them, that they have that internal joy for doing it. For me, it's nursing. I have wanted to be a nurse since I was a little girl. and it took me into my 50s before I finally accomplished that goal.
Oh, I didn't know
But
that was a childhood.
Are you kidding? I had nurses' ears, stethoscopes, all that stuff, little kits. I always wanted my grandfather on my mother's side was a doctor. Okay, Dr. Samuel Preston. He was a doctor. I had my Aunt Dorothy on my dad's side, who was a surgical nurse. I had my Aunt Paula, who was a surgical nurse. My mom was a nurse. Or went on to school to be a nurse. My grandmother worked in a surgical ward. There was a lot of that, and the people involved in my lives, my Aunt Paula's friends were all nurses that we spent summers at Deer Lake with and stuff. So I always wanted to be a nurse. It took me until I was 56 to finally get there, you know, but I did it. That's my joy. I don't care how bad my day is going or how freaking crazy it's going. When I'm with the patient, I am just...
You're focused.
I love my patients, even the bad ones. I love my patients. Wayne comes and brings me coffee during my shift, and he'll come on the unit, and he will go looking for me carrying a Starbucks coffee when he's getting off work. He stands outside the door listening to me talking to my patients, and then I come out and go, oh, you're here, hi, oh, thank you, honey, that's so great, and everything. He says, I cannot believe, he said, I could stand here all day and just listen to you talk to your patients. The love that you have for what you're doing, that's my joy. Dad is his singing. That's that. It doesn't make any difference if you're alone or in a crowd or with a bunch of people or your little daughter growing up. There's just that.
Yeah, I never thought that people should be paid for singing.
No, it's just
I
a
thought
joy.
it was just a joy.
It's just
It's
you.
just a
You
joy
would
to
stand
do
in a
it, you know?
closet and sing.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Because
I can remember my dad telling me once, he says, isn't it wonderful? We were listening to Bing Crosby, and he says, wouldn't it be wonderful if you could just make a living singing? I didn't
Oh
think
my gosh.
people were supposed to be paid for singing.
Yeah.
Singing is something you do, you know, that because it makes you feel good.
So was it in your family growing up at all? Singing?
Daddy only.
Only
You know,
you?
I was the
Daddy
only
only.
one. Yeah.
No, Aunt Jamie. But Aunt Jamie used to egg him on. She used to love to hear him sing, and she would do anything she could to goad him into singing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Like I do. And hence comes my name.
you know, the guy that referred me.
You know what? Just think of me as your sister,
Okay.
Jamie,
Yes.
goading you on to sing.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's what Aunt Jamie used to do.
Okay.
Okay. I carry her name. It's my, what is the word? It's my
Muse?
destiny. It's my,
Oh, I see.
it's
Your-
my,
yeah, your
it's
destiny,
my
your
calling.
fate.
Aunt Jamie wanted me to be your sing dad thing.
Okay.
So every time I'm with him, this is what we go through, Michael. We do it every time.
No, but the guy that Bing Crosby, you know, he was
Oh,
quite
I-
a big.
Yeah.
He's the one that referred me to go down to L.A. and remember, and I was
Oh, that's right.
Paramount
Yeah.
Studios and
King and I?
and well, that's
But you don't remember
You
the...
know
Red
what?
Garters. Red Garters was the movie they were making.
Oh,
Ah.
Red Garters.
Red Garters.
Wow.
It
okay.
wasn't much. The movie was Red Garters, and I had my audition while I was on this trip, and that's when they offered me a part, and it was just a real small part. I couldn't afford to stay down there on a risk of, and you kids were up in Spokane waiting for your next meal, you know.
Darn us kids anyway, huh?
Red Garters. And what was Bing's friend's name?
Danny, no, wasn't Danny Kaye? You were talking about another actor?
No, I'm talking about a friend that Bing Crosby had referred me to,
Oh,
who
I don't know.
actually invited me to stay at his home while I was there.
I never heard about that one.
Well, this happened right during the performance of
Merry Widow.
Merry Widow, yeah, right. Because we were down there to costume for it.
I have a picture of Dad, a newspaper picture of Dad in the Merry Widow. I think
Right,
I
you
copied
gave-
that for you.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
it in my little file.
Yeah.
But we were down there to costume for Merry Widow, is what we were there for. And I got this audition that Bing had arranged with his friend who was He was an ex-boxer, and he became the stage manager for Paramount for props and all that sort of thing. And that's why he took me out to meet Rosemary Clooney. She was out on the sound stage, and they were making Red Garters at the time.
Oh.
Now I'm getting it all together, I think.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And it's hard for me to do anymore, I'll admit,
Yeah.
because I disconnect things.
But then you're reconnecting now.
Yes, you are.
Yeah,
It comes back.
a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. That's what happens to me each night when I'm here singing.
You start to
I
remember.
start,
and
and the lyrics to the songs come back so I can sing them again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I lost them someplace along the way, but they come back.
That's
I
great.
sang a couple songs for him last time, and he goes, "I don't know those songs." I go, "Well, yeah, you
You learned
do,
them.
because I wouldn't know them." I have a child's Christmas song that I have never ever heard anybody sing but my father.
Ah.
The one about, oh God, the only way I can do it is to sing it.
We'll sing it.
I know, I'm trying to figure out how I can come on key when I first started. Have you heard of the place they call Santa Claus Land? It's a very low one. You've never been there. I know. Or is filled with a forest of wonderful trees where all sorts of sugar plums grow. Santa Claus Land, how would you like to go to the beautiful forest of wonderful trees where all sorts of sugar plums grow? Now Santa, he lives in a palace of snow. No wonder he's jolly and gay, for gingerbread brownies with black currant eyes wait on him by night and by day. Santa Claus Land, how would you like to go to the beautiful forest of wonderful trees where all sorts of sugar plums grow? You ever
That's
heard,
it. That's
have
it.
you ever heard that song?
No,
Ever? My
never.
father taught me that song, and I have
Yeah.
never, ever, ever heard it. Remember Yellow Bird?
I remember. Blue moon, you saw me standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. This being sung.
Blue Moon.
I thought I read
Blue moon,
You know.
now I'm no longer alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Then she suddenly appeared before me, the only one my arms could ever hold. I heard somebody whisper, "Please adore me." And when I looked, the moon had turned to gold blue moon. Now I'm no longer alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own.
Such emotion. It's just your voice
Right.
has.
That's the only thing that can support